Hello and welcome to Aughton Math. In this edition of Aughton Math, we're going to tackle some problems on rewriting formulas and equations using some of the algebra we've learned in the past three sections. So the first problem asks us to substitute the given value for x, which is x is equal to 3, and then solve for y. So what we do is we just plug in 3 for all of the terms that have x in them. So we just have 3y plus y is equal to y plus 12. Now my objective is to isolate y on one side of the equation and other values on the other side of the equation with the coefficient of y being a positive 1. So 3y plus y is the same as 4y. That's equal to y plus 12. Now I subtract y from both sides, and I end up with 3y is equal to 12, and then y is equal to 4, and that's my answer. In the second question, we're asked to solve the equation for y, then use the given value for y to solve for x. So what we want to do first is we want to solve the equation for y, isolate y, and then solve for x. Now it would be much simpler in this case just to go ahead and plug in the value for x and then solve. But what the book wants us to do is to rewrite the equation first. So that's what we're going to do. So again, I want to isolate y on its own with a coefficient of positive 1 on one side of the equation. I prefer the left-hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So I get 2xy is equal to 7 minus 3x. And now I want to divide both sides by 2x. So I'll get y is equal to 7 minus 3x divided by 2x. Now I have an equation in terms of y, and I can solve using the given value for x, which is negative 1. So y is equal to 7 minus 3 times negative 1 over 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. So 7 minus a minus 3 is 7 plus 3, that's 10. So y is equal to 10 over negative 2, or y is equal to negative 5. So again, it would be easier, at least in this case, just to go ahead and plug in the values for x and solve. But what we want to do is learn how to rewrite equations with more than one variable in terms of just one variable and then solve, or just one variable and then solve. Okay, in the last problem, we're asked to solve the formula for the variable. We have a formula for the area of a triangle. The area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 of the base, which is b, times the height. And we're given 2 of the 3 variables, the values. And so we're going to plug those values in and then solve for height. Now make sure that when you're using values for these formulas, that you're putting in the proper units so that they're either the same or they are as they should be in the formula. So in this case, we have the units are in feet, so our result in height will be also in feet. So now I have the area, which is 6 feet squared, is equal to 1/2 of the base, which is 3 feet, times the height. And I want to isolate h on one side of the equation. We'll just leave it on the right-hand side for now. So I have 6 is equal to 1.5h, and then 6 divided by 1.5 is 4, so 4 is equal to your height, 4 feet. So 4 feet is your answer.